They call this the Paradise Coast. Can you see why? Beautiful, less disturbed beaches, abundant wildlife, a vibrant main street. I see you thinking, let's do it. Bring the family. A toast for a good time on the pristine shores and waterways of Naples and Marco Island. In this series, we started with Tampa Bay, then Anna Maria Island, Sarasota, Venice, Boca Grande, last week Fort Myers. Now just another 10 miles down the coast are the beaches of Naples. In this video, we'll start at Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park, then to Clam Pass Park, bike on the super long boardwalks of the Gordon River Greenway. Check out the animals at the Naples Zoo at Caribbean Gardens, back to the shoreline at Lowdermilk Bch, and further south to the Naples Pier, giving updates on the new pier being built. In downtown, we'll show the art, culture, shopping, and dining of Fifth Avenue. Take you to Tin City, showing the eateries, as well as the boat tours and rentals you can take for a ride down the Gordon River into the Gulf. We head further south to the Isles of Capri, showing several more boat tours and rentals you can take out of the Marco Island Pass. We'll end our tour at Marco Island, the largest of the 10,000 islands, a chain of islands that stretches down to the Florida Everglades. Showing what is listed as one of the best secret beaches in the world, Tigertail Beach. We'll take you to South Marco Island Beach, then to one of the best kept secret getaways, Goodland. Oops, looks like the word got out. Here we'll show you more waterway fun, like the cat boats we showed in the Amelia Island video. We do travel videos across the country, but this year focusing a lot on Florida, although next week doing Gatlinburg with the Smoky Mountain family, and in June Myrtle Beach, and later in the year a new video of the Florida Keys. You'll want to subscribe and click the notification bell. We try to do a full feature every 2 weeks with shorts in between. You may want to sign up for a channel membership, as we often show raw footage of these areas and post segments of the video before they are premiered. It is very inexpensive at just $3 a month. This, as well as the super chats, helps to cover some of the expenses of producing these videos. And now, the Paradise Coast, Naples and Marco Island. Heading down I-75 from Fort Myers, we take the Immokalee exit for Delnor Wiggins State Park. Close to I-75 is Seed to Table, the most amazing health food grocery store you'll ever see. There are several restaurants, a fish market, butcher shop, a wine bar, bakery, live entertainment every night, and a playground for kids. There's lots of prepared foods, so a good place to stock up for your Fort Myers or Naples getaway. They have a very friendly staff, great service. All the food is freshly made, mostly from organic sources. There's an ice cream parlor with milkshakes, sorbet, and gelato.
Best milkshake I ever had. You want some?
A 6-mile drive from I-75 is Delnor Wiggins State Park. Being a state park, very reasonable, $6 per vehicle and $4 for a single person. This is a huge park. There's a popular mile-long trail to Wiggins Pass and the Cocohatchee River, also a boat ramp and kayak launch here. You can rent kayaks and paddleboards with Naples Beach Adventures, located in parking lot 4, along with concessions for food and beverages. This beach provides a serene escape. Now, if parking is full at the beach, you can also park at Connor Park. That is just over the Intracoastal Waterway. It's a half-mile walk to the beach. There's a wraparound path under the bridge to the park. From February to April, there's also a free shuttle on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays that takes you around this peninsula to Delnor Wiggins and Vanderbilt Beach, which is just to the south from Connor Park. 5 miles south of Delnor Wiggins Park is Clam Pass Bch Park. It's located next to the Naples Grand Beach Resort, which is pet-friendly for a $250 per stay fee. It is $10 for parking. This is a popular beach, and parking does fill up pretty quickly on weekends. This park covers 35 acres of a coastal habitat. There's a long 3/4 of a mile boardwalk to the beach, which a free tram will take you to. On the beach is a snack bar, full facilities, large bathrooms. There's lounger rentals. On the north side of Clam Pass is the private Pelican Bay Commons Beach. Before we continue south, we'll head a little inland. About 4 miles south of Clam Pass Beach is the dog-friendly Gordon River Greenway Park. This is a 2.5-mile trail, a mixture of boardwalks and asphalt that meander through an ecological corridor in the heart of Naples. There's picnic pavilions, fishing, lookout piers, a kayak launch, restrooms, water fountains, and a playground with a treehouse. There's a little lot on the north end and a big lot at the south end, which is right next to the Naples Zoo at Caribbean Gardens. Don't you hate it when the kids won't leave you alone? While this is a little smaller than your massive big city zoos, which can be a good thing because it's easily walkable, there's enough to spend 2 to 3 hours here. Among the animals are lesser flamingos, lions, gators, black vulture, capybaras, southern ground hornbill, black crowned crane, coyotes, snakes, giraffes, and my favorite, apes and monkeys. There's a 20-minute boat ride through the tropical islands that is included with your admission, which is $27 for adults, $18 for children 3 to 12. There's no taxes on that, by the way. And a couple of miles west of the zoo is Lowdermilk Bch. Parking is $2.50 per hour and does get filled up, so come early, because this is one of Naples' most popular beaches. There's a nice little park area here with a pond, picnic tables. On the beach, there's a snack bar, restrooms with lockers and showers, 2 sand volleyball courts, and a play area for kids. The beach has soft powder white sand, clear Gulf waters, great for swimming. This is a mile from one of 2 inlets in Naples. This is Doctor's Pass here to the north. All around this pass is a private beach. And 2 miles to the south of Lowdermilk Bch is the Naples Pier. There's several streets around the pier that have parking, as well as the bigger lot a couple of blocks from the pier. It is $5 per hour. This pier, like Fort Myers, was damaged during Hurricane Ian. Only the base of the pier is open now. Here's a look at the pier in 2020. A shame, because at 1,000 feet, this was a nice pier. And a look at the pier now. Hurricane Ian really ripped up the end of the pier. Construction of the new pier is expected to be finished by late 2026. At the beach, there's concessions, restrooms, showers, and an ADA accessible beach mat. Even with the pier being closed, it's still a nice place to hang out. There's lounger rentals you can arrange through Salty Blue Adventures or Naples Beach Cabanas. I'll put a link in the description below. And when the sun sets on the beach, it's time to head to 5th Avenue to wine and dine. Here there's Baba, a Persian bistro, and Pazzo Cucina, an Italian restaurant, Chop City Grill for sushi and steaks, and Bistro 821, a seafood restaurant.
All over the town with the red fish and rum so fine, we'll spin round and round. The sun will go rise and shine, we'll never slow down. We gonna wine and dine all over the town.
The Ocean Prime, an upscale place for seafood, steaks, and wine. The inn on 5th Avenue here is pet friendly for $150 per stay pet fee. Gelato and Company with every kind of gelato flavor and pastries you can imagine. Further down on 5th is the French Brasserie, located in a really nice courtyard amidst impressive architecture and statues. Now heading eastbound on 5th Avenue, the Bch Ristorante with a large garden patio.
With red fish and rum so fine, we'll spin round and round. The sun will go rise and shine, we'll never slow down.
There's Bar Tulia for very upscale pizza and pasta dishes and wines. Next door, La Pescheria for Italian seafood and a large wine list. There's the Del Mar, a two-story restaurant serving coastal Mediterranean cuisine, specializing in seafood and lamb. Virginia, a vibrant eatery with live music in the bar. The Hobnob Kitchen and Bar.
The evening has just begun, and we have all night.
There's Cafe Milano, a casual Italian restaurant. La Trattoria for Neapolitan pizza and wine. And for Asian food, Sushi Thai. And for waterside dining, just 3/4 of a mile south of 5th Avenue, is the Naples City Dock, where you have the Dock at Creighton Cove Restaurant. Serves lobster and fish sandwiches with dockside seating. And next to the Cove Inn is the Boathouse on Naples Bay, a seafood restaurant in a nautical theme room or outdoor seating on the deck. By the way, at the Naples City Dock, you can take a boat tour on the Sweet Liberty, which offers a 2-hour sightseeing cruise, $38 for adults, $25 for children 3 to 12, or a 3-hour shelling cruise to Keewaydin Island, that is $53 for adults and $25 for children.
The sun will go rise and shine, we'll never slow down. Oh, we gonna go wine and dine all over the town.
Just 1/4 of a mile from the 5th Avenue shops is Tin City, a smaller rustic mall with shops, eateries, boat tours, located on a boardwalk where the Gordon River becomes the Naples Bay. There's Pincher's, a small chain seafood restaurant, and the Riverwalk restaurant with plenty of seating on the docks overlooking the Gordon River and the boats. You can cruise down to Gordon Bay with Pier, Florida. A 2-hour sightseeing cruise on board the Double Sunshine is $48 for adults, $24 for children 3 to 12. It sails down the Naples Bay to the Gordon Pass. With the upper deck, you get a great view of the luxurious mansions of Port Royal, which is just on the north side of the Gordon Pass. A sunset cruise is $4 more. They also have a 3-hour shelling cruise to Keewaydin Island, which is on the south side of the Gordon Pass. $75 for adults, $55 for children. Or you can rent a jet ski or a boat with Pier, Florida, that allows you to sail down the Gordon Bay at your own pace. One way or another, you have to get out on the water here. This is certainly an excellent place for boating. A shot of the legendary Bella. On the other side of the Gordon River is the Naples Princess, which sails down the Gordon Bay into the Gulf. They offer a 90-minute lunch buffet that is $66 for adults or $37 for children 3 to 11. Or you can do a 2-hour sunset dinner cruise or just a sightseeing cruise without dinner. And just a half mile from Tin City is the Naples Bay Resort. There's a little shopping area around a marina that is open to the public. This is Nosh on the Bay with globally inspired food. You can also take an intimate boat ride on a Venetian gondola with La Gondola. This is the same company we showed in our Newport, Rhode Island video. It's $124 with taxes for an hour ride. In our last stop in Naples, wanted to point out Bayview Park and Boat Ramp here. It's a nice little park to watch the sunset or launch a boat. Now, we continue another 20 minutes down I-75. One of the last exits for the west coast of Florida before Miami is Marco Island. We cross the Rookery Bay Preserve, one of the best areas in the region for kayaking. There's Paddlecraft Park here. With Upper Creek Kayak Tours, you can take a 2-hour kayak tour through mangrove tunnels and mud flats for $55 to $60. Or with Rising Tide Explorers, do a 3-hour motorized boat eco cruise that is $109. We cross over the bridge onto Marco Island. Before we head to the beaches, I wanted to show you some of the boat tours here. At Rose Marina, just over the bridge, is the Marco Island Princess, a 90-foot yacht that offers dinner cruises with 2 cash bars on board as it sails out of Marco Island Pass. It is $55 for a lunch cruise and $79 for a dinner cruise. Children 4 to 11 are half price. With taxes and fees, you can probably add another $15 to those rates. Also here is the Black Pearl with interactive pirate-themed tours. Cruises start at $32. I believe they are seasonal though, not sure if they sail through the summer. And if you'd like to get a little exercise while enjoying the cruise, try the Marco pedal boat for a 90-minute narrated cruise down the Marco River. It is $49 for adults, $39 for children 3 to 12. For a sunset cruise, add $10. Also at Rose Marina are pontoon rentals, and there's Florida Adventure Rentals with a 2-hour guided jet ski tour of the 10,000 islands. That is $259, includes 2 adults and a small child. The Isles of Capri are on the north side of Marco Island, near the Big Marco Pass. It is technically Naples city limits, but really a part of Marco Island. At the Isles of Capri Marina, there's the Island Gypsy Cafe and Bar with a circular tiki deck overlooking the water. It is here you can also rent pontoons or kayaks, and they also have a backwater kayak adventure tour. And nearby is the Cool Beans Catamaran, where you can relax on the bow of the sailing vessel, setting low to the water. They have a 2.5-hour cruise to Pkwy Island, or a 2-hour sunset cruise along the Naples and Marco Island beaches. Both cruises are $75 per person, plus tax. It includes complimentary soda, beer, or Chardonnay. On the south side of Big Marco Pass is Tigertail Beach. We are heading there, but we have to go around through downtown Marco Island. Tigertail Beach is a favorite because of its long, narrow sandbar, which was created by Hurricane Wilma in 2005. It is $10 for parking. Now, if you want to walk out on the sandbar, you want to park near Boardwalk number 6. The boardwalks take you to the beach area east of the lagoon. Then you walk around the south part of the lagoon to get to the Gulf Side beach. Some people do choose to walk out through the lagoon, and it can be around waist high, give or take a couple of feet, depending on the tide. If you look at this on Google Maps, the sandbar extends out much further. I'd say about 3 times larger than what it shows on Google Maps. I estimate it was about 2.5 miles to the very end of the sandbar from the parking lot, although maybe 3/4 of a mile just to get to the Gulf Beach area. This is the type of beach where you can really use a good beach cart. I like this one here because it is durable, holds 100 pounds, and the wheels are made for the beach. Currently, there's no concessions at Tigertail Beach, but about a mile away is a popular coffee shop with breakfast and lunch, Doreen's Cup of Joe. We continue down South Collier Boulevard. We head towards the only other public beach on Marco Island, South Marco Beach. The Marco Island shoreline is full of luxury resorts, like the JW Marriott. It's more suited for the traveler who wants to enjoy a resort with lots of amenities. Marco Island Bike Rentals has golf carts, kayaks, wave runner tours, as well as bikes, and a good website for booking them. They will deliver them to you. At South Marco Beach, there's 2 parking lots and 2 public access points. This is the Turtle Lot here. It's $8 an hour, and it's 2/10 of a mile to the access point here, between the Marriott Crystal Shores Resort and the Hilton Beach Resort. The only restrooms are at the parking lot. There's no restrooms at the beach, and you'll need to bring your own loungers. Across the street from the access point is the Marco Walk Plaza with a theater and about 6 restaurants and 2 ice cream shops. There's also another Pinchers here. There is another parking lot too, about a half mile to the south, but no restrooms there. Many of these condos have vacation rentals you can book through Vrbo. Like at the south corner here is Cape Marco. This is the furthest southern point of West Florida, as far as the mainland, where you can drive to. To the south is the 10,000 island chain that stretches all the way to the Florida Everglades. Treasure Seekers Shell Tours offers boat trips from Goodland to these islands, like Dickman's Island here. Once a sanctuary for Native American tribes, it is full of shell mounds. We arrive at Caxambas Marina on the southeast part of the island. When we showed this in 2020, it was a pretty happening place with boat tours and fishing. Well, it received extensive damage from Hurricane Ian and is still in the process of being rebuilt, expected to be completed in late 2025. The boat ramp is open now. You can take a 2-hour jet ski tour from here with Marco Island Bike Rentals. Many of the boat tours have moved to Goodland, the southeast part of Marco Island. You can see the coastline of Marco Island way off in the distance there. This is a small fishing village with some really good bars and restaurants, like Stan's Idle Hour here, a seafood restaurant with a festive vibe, as you can see. There's plenty of wildlife here, lots of manatees and dolphins. And a good way to see that is with backwater adventure tours. We showed them in Amelia Island a couple of months ago. Well, this is their other location. These are cat boats, which is kind of like a jet ski, only you are setting down low to the water. This is one of the best ways to fully experience the nature. With taxes and fees, it is about $315 for 2 people for a 2.5 hour tour. These waters, though, are much prettier than around Amelia Island. There's Goodland Boating Park here, provides direct access to the 10,000 island chain, has a fishing pier, a little bait store. There's several boat tours you can take from here. So, as the sun sets on Marco Island, you can see why they call this the Paradise Coast. I'd love to hear some things you've done in the Naples and Marco Island region. Yes, it can be a little more expensive here than in Fort Myers, but it's also a little less crowded. Both areas are some of the most beautiful beaches of Florida. If you are traveling with a dog, I recommend these Kurgle dog backpacks. They are very durable and are the most comfortable. It allows you to bring a dog where you otherwise might not be able to. I put a link below. Well, this finishes our Florida West Coast series, at least for now. We want to do a little bit of the Emerald Coast, the Panhandle, over the summer, but that is dependent upon weather. Next week, we are headed back up to Gatlinburg, showing some new adventures there, as well as Verbal's #1 vacation rental in the country. And in June, are looking to do a new video of Myrtle Beach, also with the Smoky Mountain family, where we are going to try to teach Bailey how to surf. We are Tampa Aerial Media. We film travel promos across the USA. For stock footage, or if you'd like to hire us to film your city, region, or vacation rental, contact me at info@tampaaerialmedia.com. And thank you to all the new channel members, your super chats, and all your comments and encouraging words. I really appreciate all of that. From Southwest Florida, I wish blessings to you wherever you may be.